Because this is an extension task, you need to have completed all of the elements quiz for lesson 3. So first thing that we're going to need to do is unlock our spreadsheet again. So I'm going to go to Protect Workbook on the Review tab. Okay, put in our password, we just used 123. So now that's unlocked. Let's right click and unhide our answer sheet. Back on the questions, we're going to right click, unprotect this sheet. So we used 123. So now we can get back into our formulas and we can make changes. What we're going to do is just put a comment about the score at the bottom here. So let's go into the answer sheet. Doesn't really matter where we do this as long as it's away from those answers. What we need is all of the possible scores. So we know that it's just out of 10, so we put those in. They've got to be in numerical order. Now we're going to put some comments in, and I've just realised I haven't put a 0 in, so let's highlight that, move those down, put in the 0. So at that point then, unlock your spreadsheet, get onto the answer sheet, do 0 down to 10, and then come back again. Let's just make this a little bit bigger on the screen so that it's easier for you to follow on the video. Okay, so what we're just going to do is put a message in for each of these scores. So on the first one, 0, they might not have started yet, they might just not be particularly good at the quiz, so I'm going to put a message in there. Have you started yet? Let's go to the other end. So outstanding, perfect score. So excellent score there, and then I might just put the same one for 8 out of 10. Okay, and then let's say from 5 over then. Okay, good score. But you can do better. Let's just replicate that. So you pick whichever messages you want with these. Okay, and this is just what we're going to put then on the bottom of our question sheet. So what we're going to do initially is we're just going to keep it here. So let's click in cell A17, and we're going to use a function called a VLOOKUP, a vertical lookup. So let's go to our function bar, go to all, click on any one of those and type in VL. There's our VLOOKUP. So lookup value, what do we want to look up? Well, we want to look up the score. So click in that box, the table array. So where is the thing that we're looking up? So I'm going to go to answers, and it's these two columns here. The column index number is what do we want to appear in the box. It's actually the second column. So we've got first column, second column. So that's going to be 2. And the range lookup, it depends whether or not you want something that's close to that or you want it to be exact. So for this one, we don't really need to put anything in there. We could put a 0 in to say that we want it to be an exact match to those scores, but since we don't have any decimal scores, it doesn't really matter. Click OK. So now we've got there, have you started yet? What I'm going to do with that then is highlight all the way along and just down one, and then I'm going to go to Home, Merge and Center, and then let's left align that and just make it a little bit bigger. Now what we need to test for now is, are all of our comments going to fit in there? So let's go through and answer the questions. Yeah, so you can see that that's changed, it's still fitting in. So that's probably the longest one, I think. So as long as that's fitting, we're okay. Might just make it slightly bigger there. So, okay, and you can continue just to go through, just to test any of those, but that looks okay. Last thing that we're going to do with this then is we're going to go to page layout. We're going to highlight our quiz down to that score. I'm going to leave just one extra line underneath there as well, just to make sure everything will print. From the page layout we go to print area, set print area. Let's go file and print. So we can see we've got this fitting on one page anyway. Let's just see if we need to. So no scaling, it's fitting on one page, so we're better off having it with that. Last thing then to remember to do is you need to put your quiz back so that it's working properly the way it was before. So we right click and we hide the answer sheet. We right click the questions, protect the sheet, put in our password. Now we need to stop people from unhiding the answer sheet, so we go to review, protect workbook, and type in our password. So we can still answer this, doesn't matter if people watch that. We've got a comment on the bottom here and people can't get back to there. So you may need to rewind the video, pause it as you need to do, and get your quiz fully completed.